Hello, hello, hello. Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon. And thank you for joining us again today for the live trading session. How are you doing? How has your day been? Hope you've been enjoying the volatility in the market. Today has really been very volatile since morning, and it's been a money-making day for most traders. And hope yours has been the same. Hope that's is the same thing that you're experiencing. Okay, great. So today, of course, like every other day, we're going to be looking at the markets. But first of all, before we do that, we're going to look at the Forex Factory and see if there is any fundamental trade that is going to be affecting us, or if it is just a free ride, a smooth ride. Okay, so let's go to our Forex Factory today to see what's going on in the market. So just open my Forex Factory. Okay, so today is Monday. All right, and okay, I believe you can see my screen now. Today is Monday, and if you remember what I told us some time ago, I said there are three major fundamentals. So there are actually four types of news. The first one is the one that you see as a high impact news, which is the one everybody actually looks out for. Then you have another type of news, which is the medium impact news. And of course, it's actually a very much important news also. Then you have the last of it, which is another very important an important news is a no impact news. All right, which is this particular one, no impact news, no as in NO. Then you have the last one, which is a low impact news. That is a LOW. All right. And today, the only news that we have currently is a no impact news, which is this particular one that is showing, and it's bank holiday. Why is it important? Because banks are actually the major drivers of volatility. Okay. And when you're having a news showing you no impact news, just know that that particular region that has that bank holiday most likely will be experiencing a very low volatility. Okay, most likely it's not like it's going to be just be like that, but at least it's something that to always look out for. So apart from this, we don't have any other fundamental news for today. So at least that will show us the nature of the market that we're looking at for. Okay, my name is Chikezie Clement. Chikezie. All right, my name is Chikezie. Okay, so let's go to the market. So we're going to be starting with, of course, the dollar index. For those that don't know, if today is just your first time of joining us for today, dollar index is an instrument that measures the strength of US dollars. It is an instrument that measures the strength of US dollars. All right, it measures the strength of US dollars against other baskets of instruments. For example, US dollars and European euro, then US dollars against Japanese yen, US dollars against Australian dollar, Canadian dollar, GBP, that's Great British pounds, and the likes. All right, so this particular instrument is an instrument that measures the overall strength of US dollars against these other baskets of instruments. I hope you get that. So anytime we're analyzing the US dollars, all right, just know that we are looking at the exact strength of the US currency, the US dollars itself. Because I noticed that a couple of persons kept on asking me, what is US dollars? What is dollar index rather? And is it tradable? Yes, dollar index is very much tradable. It's the same instrument, just like Euro USD. And it's a currency pair, please. It's a currency pair. It's just that it is, if you want to trade on dollar, just know that you can actually trade on dollar just by trading on dollar index, because dollar index only trades on dollar against every other instrument out there. So it is an overall measurement of US strength. All right. So that being said, we're going to be looking at US dollars on 1 hour time frame, and of course, look at it on 30 minutes, on 5 minutes time frame. Currently today, we've been having, let me just put in my Spiro separator. All right. Apart from around 11 o'clock, we witnessed, is it 11 or 10? We actually witnessed a massive buy that actually happened in this particular instrument. If you go on a smaller time frame, that is where you uh, appreciate this particular buy that actually happened right here. All right. It bought within this period, and most other instruments actually follow suit. All right. Now, the reason for this buy is because it's actually within the period where there was this particular news that came out from the US saying that there was, today is public holiday in US. All right. And there've also been a kind of a massive shooting in US also that left few persons, almost up to 6 persons dead. All right. So I think with the fact that bank is on holiday, and of course that kind of thing, so that had actually made the currency a little bit scarce within the period. Even though also you're also going to be seeing a massive sell that would be following that particular news event. All right. So that is that for basically what happened within the period, and maybe a few other things that probably would have happened internally within the country that we might not be aware of. But let's just check it out on 5 minutes time frame to see the direction of this particular trade. But saying that being said, I'm actually still looking at on 5 minutes time, on 1 hour time frame. I'm still looking at a further sell on this particular instrument. All right, you can already see a direction looking like this, something like this. I am expecting it to get back to, of course, not to a very far distance, get back to this point before any other direction that is going to be building. So I'm expecting this kind of move. It can just be one candle, or it might be a consistent move, but then I'm expecting a kind of a reversal like this. So let's just go on 5 minutes time frame and also take a look at it. So on 5 minutes time frame, this is what that particular drawing looks like. All right, the line I drew, this is what it looks like on 5 minutes time frame. So it means that US dollars most likely is going to be getting back to this verified resistance. So let's just use this verified resistance as our litmus test for this. All right, let's use the verified resistance as our litmus test. Bringing it down to this point, you can say that if you want to enter a trade on dollar index, I would not advise you to enter instantly. All right, I would not advise you to enter instantly. Do you understand? So I will advise hold on for the market to break out. Hold on for the breakout point. But we're also going to be experiencing a further sell. But then you can only sell when price gets to price 101. Do you understand? 101.968. Do you understand? 101.968. That is where you should enter your sell from. Okay, enter a sell at price 101.968. And of course, take your profits all the way down to 101.893. Okay, so this is just a perfect position for you to enter trade. Don't sell immediately. You know the reason? Because we've been having some kind of consolidating process around here. We've been having consolidating markets around here, especially after the buy. All right, so we could see that this might just be a kind of a retracement from what has been happening, but I am expecting a further sell-off on dollar, but I am not going to be entering immediately. I'll be taking my trade from price 101.968 and my take profit till at price 101.893. I hope you get that. So with that in mind, there is no any clear direction on dollar index. That being said, it means that we are going to be having more of a consolidating market around other regions. Do you understand? Like I told you that anytime that you have bank holiday like this, you might not be having a massive volatility. You know the reason? Because I already told you that one of the major drivers of volatility is banks. And when you have bank holiday like this, that is public holiday, there are no much liquidity in the market. There are no much volatility in the market. Not that you will not see volatility, but it is not as much as during free trading day. Okay, so I will advise you can take up this trade. All right, you can take up this trade from this point, and I think it should be able to make you some good profit. Don't enter immediately. Use a good lot size also as you're following that up. Okay, so let's go ahead. That being said, on dollar index, it means that if we're looking at other instruments, we might also be looking at something similar, unless if there are things that are happening in other regions that we don't know about. Okay, so now great. This is what has actually happened on this particular instrument, on Euro USD. On Euro USD, this is what has been happening around Euro USD. This is the buy that we got on dollar that just happened, that actually happened a few hours ago. This is the buy, but it was more of a sell for Euro USD. You already know the reason. Sorry, excuse me. Okay, so going forward, I'm also going to be considering a further buy on Euro USD, but I'm not going to be entering immediately, just like we did on dollar index. I'm not going to be jumping into the market immediately. All right, so I'm going to be waiting for price to go above this build up of resistance here. All right, this particular resistance, when price goes above it, I am going to be taking in my trade, hopefully from price 1.09297, 1.09297. That's where I'm going to be taking my trade from. And once it gets to that point, I'll be entering my trade, and all the way to price 1.096, sorry, 1.09368, 1.09368. That is actually where I'm going to be considering taking my trade. All right, that is where I'm going to be considering entering my trade. Okay. All right, now I already told you that the volatility is not that much in this particular instrument, but let's just take a look at this also on 1 hour time frame and see what we're actually expecting. Now, this is it. Do you see the direction of the market right now? And the probability of it still going back up is very much high. All right, so that is actually giving us already a clear-cut direction. So I will be going in for a buy on it. So with that, look, this is the direction I'll be taking. This is the direction. So from here to this point, and using a good lot size, it should be able to make you some reasonable amount of money. But then if it continues selling, of course, once it gets to one thing you should know is that when you have this kind of breakout, all right, this is what you're looking at for between here and here. Once the price gets to this point, you can follow it, you can follow the sell. All right, even though I'm not saying the price getting here, but just in case if it gets here because of maybe other eventualities, you can follow up the sell. But this is the buy position and this is the take profit point. So let's look at USD/JPY. All right, you already know what I will say about USD/JPY. I always say that look for a comfortable position to enter your buy. All right, now let's go to 1 hour time frame and see what's been happening. Do you see, after we spoke on Friday and I told you that, okay, don't stay on the sell for a long time, but rather follow up with the buy. Now, this is it. If you had actually entered the trade, remember when it was just at 140? Do you remember when it was at 140? And when it got to 141, now it is headed to 142. So I always say that look for a comfortable position to enter buy on USD/JPY. But has anybody actually been following the buy all this while? Has anybody been following the buy? Now, the same thing is going to be happening on USD/JPY. Let's go back to 5 minutes time frame. All right, now USD/JPY currently. Oh, wow, great. Congratulations if you've been following the buy. Always look out for a comfortable position and enter the buy, and don't struggle yourself about the buy. I also remember one same time I also made mention of GBP/JPY and Euro/JPY. I said all you just need to do is to buy and leave the buy to just run. All right. A lot of you actually came back and was saying, "Oh, I'm on negative on this. I'm on negative on this." That's why I stopped giving up a longer time what's it called, term trade, because even if I give it to you in 2 minutes later, you probably might just come back and say, "I'm still on negative." But I said it's a longer term trade. All right. So everything you just need to do is follow up the trade and allow it to run for a while. And the same thing is applicable to USD/JPY. I'm going to be entering a buy from on USD/JPY. I'm going to be entering a buy going forward. All right. Now it just bounced off from a resistance. I know that you're actually looking out for a buy on this instrument. All right, I know. But then JPY is not doing perfectly well. All right, so I'm going to be entering a buy for USD/JPY, and my take profit is going to be at this verified resistance. All right, I'll be setting up my stop loss just below this resistance point. So this is going to be my stop loss, but here is going to be my take profit. So I am entering a buy on USD/JPY. Yes, USD/JPY I am buying. All right, I am buying USD/JPY right now. I am buying USD/JPY, and I'm taking my profit all the way at price 141.961. 141.961. That is where my take profit is going to be, and my stop loss will be at 141.741. Okay, so this is my price setup. So I'm going in for a buy on USD JPY. I'm going in for a buy on USD JPY. Okay, so that being said, let's take a look at GBP USD. GBP USD on 1 hour time frame, it is currently resting on a support. It is resting on a support for USD JPY on 1 hour time frame. It is resting on a support. Okay, and of course, there is also a resistance just above where the support is. But then we might not be able to take advantage of the buy as it is, but we can take advantage of it. We can take advantage of this particular trade on a smaller time frame. On 1 hour time frame, this is not a very good setup. You're not expected to enter any trade for now until you see a breakout. But then on 5 minutes time frame, I think we should be able to do something. Okay, said I am talking so fast and I didn't give you a chance to see the USD JPY. Okay, fine. Take a look at the USD JPY. All right, I will try to be a little bit slower. But then why I'm talking so fast is because we have a couple of trades to analyze and we haven't even gone to indices. All right, so I'm just trying to see how fast I'll be able to get to and how much we're able to do between the period. It's just about 30 minutes to analyze most of the trades, but I actually understand what you're saying. It's all good. All right, so look at take a look at the USD JPY, but I don't really think I said you can enter an instant execution on USD JPY. I said enter buy on USD JPY. All right, enter buy on USD JPY. You already got that. All right, and I called out the take profit point and the stop loss point. So if you had actually entered a buy, you should have been in your direction already. All right, so I believe you've gotten that one. So GBP USD. Let's take a look at GBP USD. Okay, now GBP USD. Look at what we're seeing. This is what we're experiencing right now. GBP USD is currently resting on a proven support. It's currently resting on a proven support. GBP USD is currently resting on a proven support. And with that in mind, I am going in for a buy. All right, I am going in for a buy on GBP USD. All right, I'm going in for a buy on GBP USD. My take profit is going to be at price 1.2815. All right, I will be taking my profit at price 1.2815, and my stop loss will be at price 1.27987. 1.27987. So, but then I am entering an instant buy on GBP USD. GBP USD, I am buying GBP USD. And I said my take profit for GBP USD is going to be at price 1.28150. 1.28150. That will be my take profit for this instrument. But my stop loss will be at price 1.27987. 1.27987. I hope you got this one. All right. Now, why I'm actually doing this is because you can see over time it will hit this point and then bounce off again, hit this point and then bounce off again, and it has gotten to the same point again. So I'm expecting a rebound. I'm expecting a bounce off from this same region headed back to this point. But then in case if it's able to break below it, then you should be able to close up your trade around here and you can follow up the sell going down. But this is a perfect setup for this particular instrument. So let's also take a look at USD CAD before we check out on gold. All right. So USD CAD also on 1 hour time frame is just bouncing off from an untested support. But let's see it on this particular instrument of ours on this particular time frame. Now look at this is what I needed to focus on. This is what I needed to look at. Look at our ADX here. Our ADX is just beginning to bounce off from this point. Can you see something? All right. And it's also bouncing off from a verified resistance. So with this alone, ADX is giving us a buy signal. ADX is giving us a buy signal. So we are buying USD CAD all the way to price 1.32055. 1.32055. Okay, 1.32055. That is what we're buying to. So we're buying USD CAD at the current price till, of course, you can set up a stop loss just below the verified resistance. Sorry, the verified support. Pardon me. All right, so you can put up a stop loss at price 1.31797. 1.31797. That is where you can set up a stop loss. But for this particular instrument, you can go in for a buy on it. You can go in for a buy on it. But yes, I'm actually buying instantly, and my ADX is actually giving me a better buy positioning. So I'm using my ADX as a litmus test for this particular trade, and I'm going in for a buy on USD CAD. All right, I'm going in for a buy on USD CAD. Then just the last one before we look at gold. I'm going to be analyzing this particular trade using my the IPM indicator. Okay, so somebody is asking for GBP JPY, and can somebody tell him why I probably will not look at GBP JPY? All right, I think somebody should help me and do the explanation. All right, for AUD USD, I'm going to be setting up a buy limit, or I'm going to be setting up a limit order. And my limit is going to be from this point. So I'm going to be setting up a buy limit from here. If you don't want to set up a buy limit, then allow it to come down a bit and then enter. So this is my buy limit. My buy limit will be from price 0.68421. 0.68421, and my take profit is going to be all the way up here. I hope you know how to set up a buy limit. Buy limit is a kind of a trade where you set up when the market is still selling. All right, the market is still selling, but then you believe that it's going to buy within the shortest possible time. So instead of it to enter and stand by, you can set up a buy below the price to wait for price to get there and then take you in and then push you back up. All right, so that's exactly the kind of trade I'm setting up right now, and I'm setting up a buy limit trade. All right, so and my entry position will be at price 1.68241. All right, this is the only kind of buy position that you set below the price. Every other buy position is either set on the price or above the price, but this particular buy limit order is set below the price. So you can use this pattern for it. Okay, thank you very much for answering the question. It's not part of USD pairs. That is a very correct one. So let's take a look at gold before we finally, before the time runs out. All right, now gold actually sold massively. If you've been following gold since this morning, you will notice that gold sold massively as a result of the strength in US dollars. All right, as a result of the strength in US dollars, gold actually sold massively. This is the massive sell I'm talking about. So if you followed it, you practically would have made some really good profit from this particular trade. So with that in mind, I am going to be looking out for a further sell on gold. All right, I'm going to be looking out for a further sell on gold. So just in case if you're still on a gold trade, please don't give up on your trade, especially on gold sell. Don't give up on your sell on gold. All right, I'm going in for a further sell on gold. Even if the market pushes up a little bit, I won't still mind. I will still maintain my sell position. So all these points, these are my sell positions. So I am selling from here. All these regions are my sell as what do you call them? They're my selling regions. Okay, so you can take up your profit at any of these points, but make sure you close your trade before the untested support right there. Make sure you close up your trade before the untested support right there. All right, make sure you close your trade before the untested support right there. But then for gold, yes, we're going in for a further sell on gold. We're going in for a further sell on gold. Okay, we're going in for a further sell on gold. But if you want to set up a stop loss on this, please do well to do that. You can set up a stop loss at price 1953.56. 1953.56 is a perfect stop loss region. Okay. It is a perfect stop loss region. So we're selling gold. We're selling gold at the market price, and we're taking our profits. You can take up a profit around price 1949, 1949.00, 1949.00. Okay, is that okay? 1949.00 is a perfect position to enter to take your profit. I believe by now, if you had actually set up the trade, you should have already been on profit. But still, if you're still yet to set up the trade, yeah, you still have the time. All right, we're still selling this particular instrument. We're still selling gold. Okay, so let's look at US 2000 before we check maybe US 30 and then move into agro commodities. All right, now for those people that don't know, US 2000 is one of the most profitable instruments that you have, especially among the indices family. All right. Among the indices family, US 2000 is actually one of the most profitable. And of course, before you trade on it, please make sure that you have enough capital to hold up. Make sure you have enough capital to do that. Don't just rush into US 2000 trade, hoping that, okay, everything is going to, or the odds is going to be in your favor. Yeah, no, please don't do that. If you don't have enough capital to trade on US 2000, please try to avoid it. Try to avoid it. So the same thing I'm actually suggesting on this one also. Look at it, just bouncing off from a verified resistance. So I would advise set up a buy limit also. All right, set up a buy limit at price 1891.14, 1891.4. 1891.4. You can set up a buy limit from that point and let your take profit be all the way at price 1893.5, 1893.5. 1893.5. So I'm going to be taking my buy here. I'll be taking my profit at this point. And just to be on the safe side, you can set up a stop loss just below the verified resistance at price 1890.4. Do you understand? So the entry position is buy limit, right? I told you buy limit. Okay. So I'm going to be taking it at price 1891.4. My take profit 1893.5. That is 1893.5. Then the stop loss is going to be at 1890.4, 1890.4. Okay, so that is going to be that for now. So it means that generally I'm going in for a buy on US 2000. But just in case it didn't get to the entry position before starting to push up, yeah, you can follow the buy immediately. All right. Just in case it didn't get to that point, don't forget, follow the buy immediately. Follow the buy immediately. Don't say, okay, because it didn't get to that point, then all is gone. No. You can always follow the buy immediately. All right. Especially once it's 2:30 and it starts buying, yeah, you can actually follow up the buy immediately. You don't need to wait for price to finally get to that point. But I'm looking out for a buy limit from this particular trade. All right. So please do well to set up your stop loss on US 2000 because of how volatile and how strong the instrument is. All right. Now the last of the option is going to be US 30. All right. So we're going to be looking at US 30 right now. US 30 currently is on a support. It's currently on a support. So if I'm going to advise, if you want to take up any trade on US 30, consider more of a sell, of a buy rather. Consider more of a buy. But then if it goes below 34541, 34541, please sell. But I'm going to be buying right now. I might take profit for the buy. It's going to be at price 34573. 34573. And my stop loss will be at 34541. All right. But at this stop, I know it's very close to the price. That what I'm giving you this one as a stop loss is because once price gets here, please do well to buy. Do well to sell immediately. Once price gets to this point, do well to sell. All right. But for now, I'm going in for a buy, just the same way I'll be going in for a buy on US 2000. I already told you why I'm going in for a buy on US 2000, and I said it's a buy limit, right? Yeah, it's a buy limit I'm going in for. So once price gets there, take me in. Then hopefully at 1893.5, it should be stopping up the trade. And in few seconds, I know the trade is going to be activated. And for US 30, rather, yeah, to US 30, I'm also going to be going in for a further buy from where the market is. Yes, I'll be going in for a further buy for US 30. So US 30, we're buying US 30. Gold, I am still selling gold. All right. Okay, for NZD USD, if you want to, okay, fine, you can actually still go ahead and sell your NZD USD. Yeah, you can go ahead and sell your NZD USD because I'm expecting a further a sell on NZD USD. Dollar index, okay, I said dollar index is still going to be having a little bit of a push down. Yes, please. We're going to be going in for a further sell on dollar index. All right, but I said don't sell immediately. All right, don't sell immediately. I told you that hold on for price to get to this point because of these breakout points. All right, once it gets there, you should be able to do that. All right, so I think it's already 2:30. So let's see the direction of the market across the instruments. Okay. All right. We just shared our Telegram link. Sorry, our YouTube page also, and our Telegram page is also going to be shared in a few minutes. All right. So click on the Telegram link, join our Telegram group, and also if you also want to watch a rebroadcast of our trainings or any of our online meetings, please do well to click on the YouTube link to watch any of our rebroadcast messages. All right. Okay, so US 2000, perfect. It has actually gotten to I said set up a stop loss, right? Please follow the sell right now. Follow the sell on US 2000. You can go ahead and follow the sell. That's actually why I made sure that the stop loss is not very far away. And I said, once it gets to the stop loss, please follow the sell instantly. Follow the sell instantly. It will still go down. That is a simple thing. It will still go down. Please don't be looking at it as, okay, what if it starts? It's still going to go down for this particular instrument. All right. So for gold, yes, I'm still going to be maintaining my buy position, sorry, my sell position for gold. And let's take a look at agro commodities and then come back and do a sign out. Okay, fine. I remember on Friday, I told us that agro commodities currently is on an uptrend. And I also made mention that in as much as the gaps from corn came out negative and the gap from wheat came out positive, and then there was no any gap on this particular instrument, I told us the reason why I said we're going to buy, right? I said we should buy. And then the reason for that buy is because the market was on an uptrend. All right. And the question is that has the trend ended? It hasn't actually. The trade has not ended. So if you have enough money to trade on agro commodities, I think this is actually the best opportunity for anybody to make money from agro commodities, because the move has actually been very much nice, and of course it's going to continue in that direction. All right, I'm actually expecting this particular trade to still push up a little bit up to some extent. I'm expecting it to get to this particular untested resistance because it has broken every single point I have actually marked out for trading. All right, I said when it gets to this point, because traded a buy, got to this point, then traded another one, got to this point, and of course I'm still expecting it to still go further because it has broken this my line region. So let's once the move come out, please, it doesn't matter what it is, we're going to be favoring more of a buy. All right, even if it's a gap down, the only thing we can do is that we can just take advantage of the sell just a little bit, then we'll follow it with a buy. Do you understand? All right, so just a few minutes, the news is going to the market is going to be opening. In the next 2 minutes, the market is going to be opening on corn, wheat, and soybean. I will say that generally, make sure that you're always going in for a further buy on this particular instrument. You can always go for a further buy on this particular instrument. All right. So in the next just one more minute, okay, 1 minute and 7 seconds, the market is going to be opening for agro commodities. Now, agro commodities, actually the opening time follows the US session also. That is why it is always very much important to look at it within the time that we look at it. Okay, so let's just once the news come out, once the market opens, we should be able to. And by the way, this is USD NGN for those of you that trade on USD NGN. All right. Of course, there was this particular. This is if you can remember when this happened. This is the central bank policy of flattening the dollar, making the dollar a free traded currency to be controlled by the market. So this was the effect of that news. All right. So just in case you don't know that CBN news also affect the market. Yes, it does. This is USD NGN. So it actually Naira actually lost a lot of strength, and currently of course, I know the exchange market is actually at 760 and it will still get to that point. All right. So this is what, sorry. I think we're here already. The market should be. Okay, so I just want to see where the gap happened actually. Okay. Oh, yes. You're not going to be, the market is not going to be opening until 6 o'clock. Yes, please, if you trade on agro commodities, yeah, it was a red alert actually. It's not going to be opening till 6 o'clock. You know why? Because of the bank holiday. Yes, any day that you see bank holiday from the US, the agro market will not be opening. Yes, till 6 p.m. Yeah, that is very true. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. So just consider the information as code red, right? So that's all you used to say. So it's from 6 o'clock. That is when you're going to be seeing the market open. It's just going to be open for a few hours before the closing time again. Please, today is bank holiday from the US, so you're not going to be seeing agro commodities opened. All right. So I think with that, that should be bringing us to the end of the meeting. And if you don't trade on UK 100, please kindly take a look at UK 100 at your own convenience. All right. Compare UK 100 with DE30. All right. I think you'll find UK 100 very much interesting. All right. And you can use the information on you can use the information from DE30 to trade on UK 100. So you can actually swap the two instruments. All right. It's a very good instrument. So take a look at UK 100 at your convenience. Maybe one of these days we can look at it together. Okay. I think that should be bringing us to the end of this meeting. And with that, I thank you very much for joining us today, and have a lovely day. And hope you're following this sell all the way down still. Hope you're following this sell down. Yeah, it's still going to be US 30, US 100, and US 2000. They will still be flying down just like this is happening. They'll still be going down. If you're on a buy, if you're on a sell on gold, happy are you? Don't close up your trade. It's still going to sell massively. It's still going to sell because what is happening here is going to be replicated on almost all the indices going forward. All right. So this is what we're going to be seeing. So if you've not yet entered, if you've not yet joined, okay, you can still join the process. All right. It's still going to be going down. It's still going to be going down. US 100, US 30, and US 2000 will still be pushing down. All right. So I think that would, yeah, of course, you can still do that, but you can also take advantage of this one. All right. Thank you, everybody. And so for agro commodities, you can just ignore that one for today until 6 p.m. Yeah, if you're available by 6 p.m., you should be able to join that. And after with that, I will say a very big thank you to all of you that joined me today. We're going to be seeing same time, same link tomorrow. Do well to join us on time, and we'll hopefully to discuss even better on this particular instrument. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yes, you can still go ahead. Thank you very much for joining us, and see you tomorrow, same time, same link. And by tomorrow, we should be able to look at agro commodities together. Have a lovely day.